I feel like I've just checked into a 5-star hotel in Spain. Someone's gonna think I'm being kidnapped. Should I drive? This is the Range Rover P460e SE. It's £104,000 and it's pretty much one of the most luxurious hybrid cars you can get out of there. The question is it just for show or is it the real deal? That's exactly what we're going to explore right now. So before I get into the details, let's just talk about the size of this thing, right? Other than being a massive piece of luxurious kit, what are you actually getting for your 104,000? Because we've got to realize that this is one of the starting models. You can go up to SV where you're paying 200 grand plus. So for me, a Range Rover SE, you still get a massive spec as standard, but what is that? What are you actually paying for? So the first thing to talk about with the Range Rover is this luxurious but aggressive grille. I mean, it's something else. This particular one has got the black exterior styling pack, which is going to cost you an extra 1,500 quid. What do you get for that? You get this full black grille, and if you walk around, we get the black accents in the doors right here. And we also get the black body styling all around. Want a little bit of modern styling to it? That's probably a better look. Otherwise, you're going for the silver. That means you're gonna get the silver trim. He wants a silver front grille. We're definitely going for the black styling pack, and I think Land Rover know this. The wheels start at 21s. Now, this particular one has got 22-inch wheels. In the new model, being this new Range Rover, you can actually get 23s. Now, bearing in mind, if you're going for the hybrid model, which is the plug-in, you can only go up to 22-inch wheels. If you want to get the 23-inch wheels, you're gonna have to go through either the diesel engine or the petrol engine. If you go for the 22-inch wheels, I massively recommend the black body styling pack. It looks cool and it adds to it. We're filming this in the daylight, but what I love about the Range Rover as well in this model is the amount of pixels in these lights. The presence that this thing has on the road in terms of LED is absolutely special. Both of the lights come round, creating this really cool effect, which for me looks something else. Again, if you're paying 104 grand, these little 1% make the difference. So when I'm getting into the car, I've got these really luxurious handles that I kind of walk up to, and I'm like, how do I do that? We've had a few people in this car and they've just kind of been stuck on the outside thinking, what do I do? Unless it opens up. You can either do it with the key or you can do it with the button. If I do it with the key, this little cool handle pops out and I'm in. Simple. The problem is you have to click the key twice for the passenger. If the passenger doesn't know the deal and they don't know to press the button, you've got a passenger who's stood there confused. So while I love the car, I would say that handle wise, let's get all the handles popping out at the same time. But once they actually open, it's pretty cool. It's automated and it's easy. When am I going to use a soft closed door, right? And you're probably thinking, well, what soft closed doors? Here's exactly what it is. If I open the car and I close it, I do it. There you go, like any door. But here's the deal with the Range Rover in terms of what it has. So when I open the door and maybe I don't shut it properly, the car recognizes and it automatically closes for me. Soft closed doors. Is it necessary? Is it going to change the world? Probably not, but it's about the 1% with this car. That's all that matters. The one thing I have to give Land Rover massive props to is this unbelievable presence on the road from the back. I mean, this thing just looks like a luxurious bus from the back. Every time we've driven this car on the road, it has a standard massive presence. It's crazy. So I want to talk about the lights and the exterior of this car because the lights are completely integrated. That means that you don't actually know the lights are there until the lights are switched on. Probably one of the best design features I've seen on the rear of a car for a long time. They've gone for this really sleek look. I've never seen that on a car before. The lights simply come down and it makes the overall design of the rear of the car something else. This signature split tailgate never goes away. And let's show you exactly what I'm talking about. When the boot comes up, we've got this little partition that drops down here. So maybe you want to have a little picnic outside. I don't know, maybe you want to sit on it. Right now I'm looking around and people are having picnics, they're on the grass. Maybe I could just pull up and just sit here all day. On top of that, maybe you're thinking, well, the car's just too high. Not a problem. Land Rover have a little button here and I can drop it right down. The suspension's going to take me all the way down. and you'll see the lower suspension dropping right down there. Maybe it's easy to get your bags in. Maybe you just want to have the car lower and you can simply bring it straight up. So now when I sit on the back of it, I've got loads. And again, I'm thinking I want to drop down. I drop all the way down. And you can really see it makes a big difference. Cool option. How big's the boot? Well, look, it's 780 litres without the seats down, and it's 1,780 litres with the back seats down. So back in the day when I used to sell cars, I used to get into these really small boots and say, look, you can fit me in there, so it must be a big car. We'll put it this way, I believe you could fit 3 of me in there. Let's climb in. Someone's gonna think I'm being kidnapped. I think you get another 2 to 3 of me in there, and that's got all the room in the world. Gone are the days of all your bags in your hand and you're trying to put the seats down. It's all electric on the Range Rover. It's easy, it's elegant. Above your suspension control, you've got 2 buttons. You've got a left and a right. Simply click the button and that's gonna drop the seat right down. That's dropping the seat all the way back down. Simple as that. Pull it all the way back up. Easy, effortless. It's a no-brainer. I think what I love about the Range Rover is it's not bursting with technology. It's not flash. It's just the little things they get right. So what's under the hood? This particular engine is the P460e hybrid. That's a full plug-in hybrid. So what that means is we've got one petrol engine, which is a 3-litre petrol engine, and we've also got a fully electric motor. Together, this thing will produce 545 brake horsepower. Pretty special. Now the petrol engine is a 6-cylinder and the electric motor is a 218 PS. What does that mean? Look, I've driven all Range Rover engines. I have to say I was a little bit nervous when Range Rover introduced the hybrid. The diesel's always been the favorite, or the big P530 petrol engines. My verdict and my favorite engine is 1,000% this engine. You add the suspension to that, the electric motor, the petrol engine, one of the most luxurious cars I have ever driven. This thing has a combined miles per gallon of 385 mpg. What does that mean? That means it's very economical. Obviously that's purely because it's got an electric motor in. And something to be mindful of is the electric motor isn't a massive range. I've been charging this thing for a couple of days, right? And I'm driving about 50 miles per day. I'll probably have to charge the electric motor every other day. And the other benefit to having the plug-in hybrid is the emissions are seriously low. We're talking 17 km. What does that mean? It means it's extremely tax efficient to drive this car. So getting into this car, for me, this is where the magic happens with the Range Rover. This is clearly an interior car. Right now, I feel like I've just checked into a 5-star hotel in Spain. I'm not gonna lie. This Windsor leather is probably more comfortable than most couches I've sat on. The driving position is absolutely phenomenal in this car. I've got this enormous new screen that Range Rover have introduced, which is simple. The whole thing feels sleek. But what Range Rover haven't forgotten is the 1%. Everything's simple. Specification highlights. So to start, we've got this enormous glass panoramic roof, which just feels like an infinity roof staring down at me. I feel like I'm in a building with a glass roof open. On this particular model, it's fixed. You can upgrade and go for the sliding roof where the whole roof opens. We can also close the blind on the roof, and that's going to allow a different atmosphere in the car. On top of that, we've got this beautiful 360 camera. I can go into reverse. I can see every angle. There's multiple cameras all around the car, and I can see everything. I can change the style. I can go to a front angle. I can even twist it round. Is it impossible to bump this car with the technology? Clearly not, but if you bump this car, you've got to be asking yourself, should I drive? The car literally tells you everything. We've got the classic Range Rover driving modes, which really do make a difference. Auto terrain response is probably the best. If we're in sand, if we're in snow, it's going to adjust the suspension, adjust the driving settings to automatically realize what's going on. We can change it to comfort, which is going to allow the suspension to opt for a comfort, or even eco, which drops the accelerator response a tiny little bit, making the car a lot more economical to drive. Now this steering wheel just feels beautiful. I've not even got the heated steering wheel turned on. The heated heated steering wheel is standard on every single model. We've also got heated seats, which for the first time with Land Rover is fully controllable electronically. We've previously had buttons and twisters and turners. The heated seats are fully controllable within the screen. Now that's a 50-50. I still want my classic button. I want to press my heated seat. You might want to press the button on here, press the button. I gotta press 2 buttons to press the heated seat on. Not the end of the world, but it's all done with the digital screen. We've also got the cooled seat option, which is available on certain models, where we can make the seats cooled, air-conned. Beautiful for the summer and what you'd expect on a car of this value. Apple CarPlay comes as standard, as it does with most cars. Now, on previous models, the standard Land Rover sound system, especially in some of the Range Rover Sports that came free, wasn't all there. And if you're into good music while you're driving like I am, I want a nice sound system. For me, and I'm very much into audio, in my opinion, the standard sound system is more than good enough. The bass, the audio, everything is fantastic. While the surround audio is great, you don't need it. I wouldn't recommend it. Big cup holders. Manufacturers who make cars, will you stop getting the cup holders smaller on every model? The coffee cup is struggling to fit in. On this particular model, we're okay. Land Rover have got these enormous cup holders. And we've also got this hidden compartment in here. So I can open away from the cup holders and I've got more USB. We've still got the old school USB and the USB-C. Land Rover have kept in the old one on this new model, but everything else is new. We've got ports at the back, ports at the front, and ports in the hidden compartment. Love that. So right now I'm sat in the standard wheelbase. This car's available in a long wheelbase, which is a stretched back, or we've got the standard wheelbase. Now, I have got a ridiculous amount of room in the standard wheelbase. Bearing in mind this is the Range Rover SE standard wheelbase. Even in this model, it's still a beautiful place to be. I've got some cup holders I can open here. I've got a little storage compartment here. I've got a reading light that can be done on here. I can go for an option of blinds, which can be put here, which are electronic. Now, if I go for the long wheelbase, that changes the game. We're talking about massage seats. We're talking about electric recline seats. We're talking about an iPad that sits here. That's an ultimate level of luxury that goes a level above, available in the SV models and other cars. The plug-in hybrid Range Rover SE, for me, with the space in the back, is more than enough. I can even close the blind. I just got to press this button here, and that's going to close up the panoramic roof. So we still got some of them luxurious controls on the standard wheelbase in the SE model. So the question is with the Range Rover, should you buy one? Look, if you want comfort, luxury, and a little bit of understatement, then you should definitely buy one. The Range Rover is special. It's like an aeroplane when it drives. It's something else. So if you've got £104,000 and you want luxury and comfort that's a little bit understated, get one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave us a review. And the biggest question I have for you is, if you had £104,000 to spend on a car, are you buying a Range Rover or are you buying something else? And if so, what are you buying? Let me know in the comments below.